Hi everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on how to create your monogram name here in Silhouette Studio. Now, it's not going to be the traditional monogram where you have your letter and then you have the name sliced in the middle. I'm going to show you a spin on it. I'm not a Silhouette user. I predominantly use Cricut. However, I do have the software like many of us do, but I have the business version, so I figure I paid for it, I might as well use it. And since I am a beginner, I decided to record my steps and my experiences to share with other beginners, and hopefully some of you guys who are more novice or experts will throw in some tips and tricks to help us learn even more. So here we go. So now I'm going to go over on my left hand side, click text and choose my letter that I want to work with. My name is Tara, which starts with a T, and so I've chosen that, but as you can see, it's really small on the mat. So the next step is to make it bigger. And so I'm going to make it as big as I can so that you guys can visually see what I'm working with. Now, I don't like the font, and I do have to add color to it so I can see it better. So I'm going to go over to the right hand side. And everything here on the right hand side is basically a panel, meaning that you have similar choices all throughout the software, but the right hand side gives you more options. So I always use a font called Honey Crafter, and so I'm going to choose that one. Let me just choose my letter again. Honey Crafter. I'm going to close that window. I'm going to go to the paint palette here, and the paint palette is for the open the fill panel. And from there, I'm going to choose my color. So I've done that. You're going to repeat this step now, but you're going to do your full name. So same thing. I'm going to click my letter, type in my name. I'm going to choose my color. I'm going to make it bigger. Now, I'm not going to do the traditional monogram as I said. Traditional monograms means that you have your main letter, first letter of the name or the word that you're going to use, and then you slice in the middle and you overlap the name, be it the last name, first name, or a word. I want to show you another way. So from here, I'm going to just go close off my fill panel. I'm going to go back over to my text panel. I'm going to go down to the bottom here where you have the choice to keep your text horizontal or vertically, and I'm going to turn mine vertically. The reason being is because I'm going to want it on the side here. But first of all, I have to fix these letters because as you can see, my letters are not connected. The A is overlapping the R, the A here with the L, and the other letters too. I need to weld everything. So I'm going to highlight what I want to weld. I'm going to go back here over to the right hand side. Now you're going to see you have the option here and you have the option on top. I'm going to use the panel because I want to be able to manipulate the size of my weld. Not so much the size of the weld, but I have more options here. So I'm going to weld those. I'm going to take my R and overlap my A. I'm going to hold that one, and I'm going to hold the second one so they overlap. Weld again. So now you're going to see at least part of my name is together. I'm going to do the same thing with the T. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to hold that one, hold Shift, and weld again. Now you can see my name is completely together. With that being done, I'm going to bring my name up to where I want it to be positioned. And now I need to do an offset because I'm going to need to have a little bit of space between the actual capital letter and the name in between. And how I do that is I'm going to close here. And you have two little stars. You have a star, well, when you highlight the name, you have a star up here that's offset, and you have a star here. This is where you can manipulate the size of your offset. Click Offset. And you can make your offset as big as you need it to be. So I'm going to do mine probably at 0, 1, I guess 1, 2. See what that one looks like. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, 0.145 will do. So now when I remove my name, you will see that there's the offset. So I'm just going to move the full text to the side. I'm going to now click the offset, hold shift, and click the actual monogram. And from there, I'm going to go back to the open modify panel, and I'm going to go to subtract. As you can see, everything's been removed. Now, if you're doing paper crafting or if you're doing vinyl, you really don't want to have to mess with these little pieces down here. So what you can do is you can highlight them, hit the scissors up here at the top to cut them away, and do that one again. You don't need those. And then now when I move my name back, position it as much as you can, and there you have it. So if I was to cut this out for my water bottle, I'd use one color of vinyl for the big T, and then for my actual name, I'd probably use, well, I like the purple and the gold. But that's how you do it. That's how you create a unique monogrammed name in Silhouette Studio. So I hope that it was clear and precise enough for you to do your own, and happy crafting.